guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here at the beginning of a reading vlog. It's only 4:12, and I know daylight savings happened, but like it is so dark outside. It's really overcast and super windy, and so I feel like it feels like it's like 6 o'clock. To be fair, I love how light it is in the morning because I do get up around like 6:45 and go for a run every morning, and I was running in the pitch black a couple weeks ago, and it's so nice how light it is. So I actually prefer this weather. I love winter weather though. We're supposed to get some snow on Sunday. So if you can't tell, I'm like super ready for winter and Christmas. I've been listening to Christmas audiobooks for a while. I thought I'd start a Christmas specific reading vlog for you guys. I am putting up all my decorations today at my house with my sister, and we always put my parents' house decorations up the Friday after Thanksgiving on Black Friday, so we like to decorate our house early. I already decorated my classroom last week because I'm ready for Christmas. So I am going to be reading Christmas books all week, so I'll show you some of my decorations we put up today, but I'm so excited. So I'll just start with the first audiobook. I started the holiday swap today on my car ride home from school. So I'm about an hour and 20 minutes into it because I had to finish up a historical that I was reading. So I'm listening to the holiday swap by Maggie Knox. It's Christmas time. One of them's a baker and they have to swap places as sisters for a specific reason. And one of them is like a host slash judge on a baking show, and she has to do really well because her and her arch nemesis, who is also a judge, are competing for one spot to be like continue on and get a cookbook, I think, or like a place in the cookbook, and her twin sister have to swap places because the one heroine gets a concussion and can't smell or taste anything, and she is freaking out because like she just already messed up, and so they swap places, and that's how I'm going so far with that. I really love the cover and I've been seeing it everywhere, so that's exciting. I'm listening to that one. I also have The Christmas Train, which is a book I want to read because the Hallmark movie is out and it has two actors I love. It has the guy from The Wedding Date, so I'm really excited because also it has the guy from The Wedding Date and the girl from, I believe, The Father of the Bride, and I really want to watch the movie, and it is a book, and it is The Christmas Train by a male author, so I'm interested. A lot of his books actually have been made into Hallmark movies, so that's gonna be my next in my Christmas countdown Hallmark movie versus book series I'm doing, which I'm super excited for. I haven't posted my first one yet. That's going up tomorrow, and I feel like no one's gonna care, but it makes me so happy, so I'm gonna continue doing that on my channel. I do of course have a couple of historicals I want to read, but I'm choosing historical anthologies. So this one is Mistletoe Christmas, which has 4 authors. I love 2 of them. So I read Eloisa James and Erica Ridley. I don't know if I read Christy Caldwell. I DNF'd one of her books because it was in the middle of a series. And then Jana McGregor, I don't remember if I read or not, but I'm really excited for this. And then I'm gonna read this one, which I think this is one my mom found at a library sale. She like bought literally all this historical she could find and just like laid them out and told me to take what I wanted, and I was like, I love you, mother, so much. She definitely feeds into my book buying, but this was one of them. They had really good older ones. So this one has Mary Blogg, Joe Beverly, Sandra Heath, Edith Layton, and Laura Matthews, and it's just really pretty, so I wanted to read it and hopefully I'll enjoy it. This came out in 1995. I was 2, so that's a lot of fun. And then I did buy this huge stack, well, not huge, so there's 6 of them, six Christmas romances, and the one that I want to read during this video is Naima Simone's. I love Naima Simone. I read Sin and Ink, I think was Ink, yes, that was the name, and I really enjoyed that. But this one is Christmas in Rosebend. I think it's her more Harlequin-y kind of book, so I think it's gonna be really sweet. She's an ER nurse and he's an innkeeper. Okay, this is gonna be really good. This is gonna be so good. I'm really excited for this one. So that's definitely on my TBR, and then I'm not gonna read any other ones I got because I have other books I want to get to. I want to get to these 2. I have Duke Actually by Jenny Holiday, which I think is supposed to be a play on Love Actually. I was sent this from Avon, which made me really excited because Jenny Holiday, I believe, wrote for Forever a couple books, and I enjoy the one that I read by her. So this has a Duke, and she's a newly single, no-nonsense New Yorker, and they fall in love, and this is contemporary, so I'm excited for that. And then just for the fun of it, I want to read a cowboy Christmas romance. So this is Holly Jolly Cowboy. I just got this from Berkeley this past month, and I have the other Christmas one from last year by this author, but I'm gonna read this one because there's adorable puppies on the cover. So this one, she's a local waitress. Oh, she's a high school dropout, and she really wants a new job to be able to afford her sister's college tuition. So she's been offered a job at a ranch to clean and cook for the cowboys who work there, and her nemesis, the incredibly handsome and annoyingly arrogant Adam, works there. So it's gonna be a nemesis to lovers kind of romance, and I'm really excited for that. So I also have I think I already said The Christmas Train and The Holiday Swap, and then I have some out on Hoopla as well. I don't know what the heck I'll get to, but I have a couple Maisie 8s and some that were like free to borrow on Hoopla. Like they didn't take any of your credits because I get like 20 I think a month. I think I have 3 Maisie 8s out. I also have a Samantha Chase. I have an Amy Andrews, which is another cowboy one. So we'll see what I end up reading this week, but I'm very excited. So I'm gonna go put Holiday Handcuffs on because we always put that on when we put our home Christmas tree decorations up. At my parents' house, we always put on Die Hard. So Holiday Handcuffs is a classic, and I already ordered Desiree's design inspired by Holiday Handcuffs. I'll post a picture of it here. I'm so excited for that. It hasn't come yet, but it will soon. So I love that movie, but I'm gonna go and put up decorations and then read some. Hello everybody, I'm here with Miss Darcy. Hi. Is Lily gonna come too? Miss Lily's here. Oh, okay, hi. I just showed you guys my decorations. We did decorate the house on Friday. I love how everything looks. I'm just so excited. And it's snowing outside. I might show you a clip in a second as Lily licks my forehead. Anybody else's dogs just like to lick their forehead? She does it all the time to us. But I did finish the sister swap, the holiday swap, whatever that book was called. I ended up really loving it. So they do like really mess up each other's lives. So they had to swap places and Lily, hi. Okay, is she done? No, she's gonna sit my back. Okay. They end up swapping places because the one got a concussion, can't smell or taste anything, and she's up for like a big promotion at work. It's between her and her co-host to host like the next show or either like continue on for the show. No, co-host I was worried was gonna be the love interest because he was vile. Like I hated him, he was awful. And he was not the love interest though. So they end up swapping places. She's working at her small town bakery for her sister, and her sister's taking on her job as the co-host in LA. The one sister in the small town falls for a firefighter in town who they knew kind of when they were younger. They like knew of each other, and then I don't know what she's doing. And then the sister that swapped to go to LA falls in love with the physician's assistant who like treated her sister for her concussion. And I didn't love how long it took them to tell the love interest the truth. I wish they said it a little bit earlier because the love interest thought they were the sister, but they kind of messed up parts of each other's lives, which I appreciated. Like that's realistic. They didn't make the best decisions, but they were trying to pretend to be the sister, doing the best that they could. Oh my gosh, I know, you love me. You're so good. Okay, oh, are you on top of Darcy? She's being silly. Anyways, but I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really, really love this and how it was definitely Christmas. They were like counting down to Christmas. The one at the bakery was trying to do Lay's special orders for the bakery for Christmas, and it was all like a baking competition with the other sister, and I really loved it. I love the whole sister swap. It was such a good Christmas romance, but I started the Christmas train and had to DNF it at 25%. So first of all, it's a romance written by a man, which I don't normally read, but the comments he said, so he's a journalist going on this train from somewhere to Chicago, and then he's gonna go to LA. And he said some weird things that I didn't really like. First, he was like, oh, why do women use their bodies to get what they want from men, and why does it always work for me? And I was like, what? And then he was like talking about the love interest's hair and how, well, normally women over 40 cut their hair and it looks so bad, but she's left it shoulder length and it looks so good. And I was like, what? And then when I DNF'd it, he was like, there's this old lady in the room next to him that's like kind of like chaotic, and so she's walking down the hallway on the train, and he's like, oh, the train should really think of expanding because Americans are expanding too, like as in like size wise. And it just like really, I was like, this is not fun. And I didn't care about the hero at all or the romance. He like met someone from his past on the train, and I just did not care. So I DNF'd that. I'm still gonna do that for my comparing the movie to the book. I'm gonna watch the movie because I really love the actors in the movie and hope that they do a better job, but we'll see. But then I started a different audiobook, which I'm blanking the name. It has to do with an inn, and so she works at the inn, and she's traveled all over the world, and it's always been her dream to work at like a hotel industry kind of thing. He's a huge businessman. They have a past, and the past was sad but funny, and like it ended up getting her fired. So he knows her from the past, and now he is spending the holidays at that inn, but he's like super addicted to work and obsessed with work and staying at the inn she's running, and she's trying to help out her childhood friend's mom who owns the inn, and she wants to like change it and make it better, but the mom is very hesitant for change. And so it's very cute so far. There's lots of Christmas in it, but there's not a lot happening. So it's just like a very slow going contemporary romance. So we'll see how the rest goes, but I'm gonna catch up on shows with my sister and have some hot chocolate now and give Lily the attention she wants. And just, I'll show you the snow in a second. Look at the snow. So it is the 14th today of November and it's snowing. Hello everybody, it has been a very long day. It is currently 8:17 and I got home like 15 minutes ago. It was conferences at school, so night 2 of conferences. It was on a Tuesday, and I worked 12 hours today, so I'm a little tired, but I got a lot of reading done. So I actually listened to an entire audiobook today. It was only 5 hours, so I usually listen on the way to and from school, and then when I have hall duty, I'll listen to my audiobook while I walk around the school. So I got almost that whole thing done, and then I only had 2 conferences today, so I had the end of a couple books that I still hadn't finished, so I read some of those. And because my kids are currently writing an essay, so I have like nothing to grade right now, which is really frustrating. I had planned to have them done with their essays by conferences so I could use that time to grade, but I had to give a test that we have to use for data, and that test ended up taking 3 days. It's supposed to take 2. I did finish the mistletoe in one. I don't even remember what it's called. This one I finished I think on yesterday, actually. Yes, I finished yesterday, and I'm giving it like 2.5 stars. Like, I had 2 hours left in that book, and I was like, I honestly don't care anything that's gonna happen in this book. And so I just like felt like the romance really felt disconnected. It was definitely more of a women's fiction, especially because he was dealing with a lot with his mom, who's an alcoholic, and she like showed up, and it was all about like him and his family by the end. And I was like, I thought this was a romance. So didn't really feel very romancy. I mean, they ended up together, but I wanted more of that, and it was really her figuring out her future like at the inn and him dealing with his family. And so I stopped caring quite like a lot into the end, and I just like didn't want to finish, but I did. So 2.5, like if a book like I really don't care what's gonna happen at the end, I drop my rating. But I did listen to the entirety of Tic Tac Mistletoe, which is a book that my friend Desiree told me to read. She texted me, she's like, this is an adorable Christmas romance. It was so cute. It really felt like a Hallmark movie, which a lot of these do. And our one hero is coming from Australia to visit his sister, and his plane ends up having to land somewhere else because of the snow. And so then he decides to rent a car and crashes, and he ends up crashing right next to this guy's house, and he lives alone with his dog Chutney. And immediately I was like, that's an odd name. The only time I've heard someone with that name is Legally Blonde. He did name his dog after Legally Blonde, and the other guy knew that. And so he ends up like rescuing him, like finding the other guy like trapped in the snow. Rescues him, he has to stay at his house, and they fall for each other. And then they go and spend Christmas with his sister, and it was just so wholesome and cute. I'm giving it 4 stars. I like a little bit more angst in my romances, but if you want just like a really adorable Christmas romance where they're snowed in together, pick this up, and they have an adorable dog. And I really loved his relationship with his sister and his sister's story, and I just thought it was adorable. So as a fun short story, it was a 5-hour audiobook. I don't know how long that is like normally, but I would recommend it. Check your library, because my Hoopla actually had this. They had a lot by this author, so I'm excited to try more from this author, and thank you to Desiree for their recommendation. But I started Naima Simone's. My library actually had the audiobook. They have a lot of Harlequin audiobooks, but this one's so cute so far. So she is at this inn with her half-sister. So her dad pretty much like abandoned her and raised her half-sister, and then he died. So now she doesn't have any parents, and her half-sister doesn't have any parents, so she's raising her half-sister who's 12, and they're spending Christmas at this inn because it was her dad's like wish that they spent Christmas together, and she's gonna fall for the guy who helps run the inn with his parents. And it's really cute. I don't know what it is about Christmas and inns, but it all is magical. And so they just met. I'm only like an hour and a half into the audiobook, but I'm really excited for this story. She has a lot that she's carrying around, and he is Wolf is his name because he's named after Wolfgang Mozart, which is so funny. And then his siblings are all named after musicians, but his mother is hilarious. So it's a lot of fun so far, very Christmassy, and I can't wait to read more. But the Goodreads Choice Awards came out today, and I've already decided I'm over Goodreads and their Choice Awards. I normally read the top 20, sometimes the top 10 of what I haven't read yet. So I was planning on doing that again. I've read 13 out of the 20, but I really just do not care about the ones I haven't read. And I feel like they're all books that already get a lot of money from publishers and a lot of hype from social media, and they don't need my hype as well. And they're only hyped because money was put behind them. So I'd rather support authors who need more support than those books. So I am going to read The Charm Offensive, which is one of the books that I hadn't read yet on that list, but I think that's the only one on that list I'm really excited about. I'm also might want to read One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. I don't know. I still have the audiobook, so I might listen to that, but all the other ones don't really care. So those came out today, and it made me reflect on why I read those books, and it's mostly because I know that video does well, and I like to see what Goodreads says are the best of the year, but why does Goodreads get to choose that? So I'm not going to read those. I'm just going to read my followers' favorite romances, because I had you guys on Instagram submit that a couple weeks ago, so I'm probably gonna do a video on that. But I need to go and get ready for bed and watch Below Deck because a new episode was on, so I will talk to you guys when I've read some more. I'm only like 50 pages into that historical Christmas anthology, and it's okay. Like, I'm on Eloisa James's, and I think I'm gonna give this story 3 stars so far, but I have high hopes for the rest of the books in that anthology. Anybody else have dogs that just like to bury themselves under things? Hi, Miss Lily. I just got the puppies here. Hi guys, so I just got done watching some YouTube videos while I wrote some Goodreads reviews. I was watching Rachel's wrap up from Rachel Reads and Sings, and then I was watching Samantha's Christmas TBR, like Christmas books TBR, and then Lacey's Christmas romance recommendations. So I was watching a lot, and then I was knitting a little bit while I was watching this because I'm trying to knit some more. I used to knit all the time in college and then kind of stopped. Teaching and booktube got in the way, but I'm determined to get back into it. So I am working on the scarf. I might show you a little later, but I did end up finishing the Naima Simone. I read a lot throughout the day. I had to mow the lawn because it was like 65 today, and that was my last chance to like mow before it got super cold again. So it's been like 40 degrees as a high. So I mowed today and finished, and it was just okay. I feel like right now though, I'm like, I need historical romance. So contemporary is starting to bore me again, and this one didn't have enough romance for me in the mood I'm in right now because it was very much like a family drama kind of fiction, women's fiction. So the beginning was really cute, really fun, and I loved like his mom and how they met at that inn, but then it quickly turned into her dealing with her half-sister and their relationship, and then figuring a certain family aspect out. I don't want to spoil it, but I was just like, oh, I really don't care. And that's what the entire rest of the book was about. So I'm giving this 3 stars. I just wanted more from it. I just didn't love it. And then the hero was also dealing with his guilt over losing his best friend while they were both in the military and thinking it was his fault. And it was just like a lot more serious with a lot of family conflict going on. And that's not what I want in a Christmas romance. I want like, we're switching lives and baking, and like, that's what I want in a Christmas romance. And now I'm just like, I need to read Lorraine Heath now. So I went ahead and just like got to the end of that audiobook because I just didn't love it. So 3 stars for that one, but it's mostly a me and what I'm in the mood for. If you like the kind of romance where it's more like a lot going on with your family and like small town and like dealing with relationships beyond just the romance, I think you would like that, but I didn't want that in my Christmas romance. So 3 stars for that one. And I am gonna start a Lorraine Heath audiobook next. So I'm done with Christmas audiobooks, and I don't know how I'm feeling about this so far. Like, I'm on Eloisa James' story and I'm not loving it. It's just like the pacing is super bizarre. Like, the guy wants to marry her, and he had like talked to her once, and he's like, well, we're gonna marry, I love you. And I'm like, where did this come from? And so I'm not like loving the characters, but I want to get through hers and like read the rest. But I've seen a lot of friends give this 3 stars, so but I'm like super in the mood for historical, so I might continue this. But I did start Duke actually, and it's really good. So like I said, I'm like super in the mood for historicals, but this is reading really quickly. I'm already on page 80, and it's really cute. So I guess they met in the first book, which is A Princess for Christmas, which I didn't read. I really want to go back and read that one. But in this one, he is a baron, and he's gonna be like a duke once his dad dies. He'll like inherit that title, and so he is like super ridiculously wealthy. And so he's in New York, and he remembers her. So he texts her when he's in town. He's like, hey, let's hang out. And she has to go to a work function because she's a professor, and I really do like reading women in academia. So it's interesting to see her as an English professor and like everything that she has to go through being an English professor and wanting tenure and stuff like that. And she has to go to a work function where her ex is gonna be, and they're not officially divorced yet, but he left her for like a 20-year-old. So he left her for someone super, super young. I think she's 19 actually, or 19 when they met, and they were married, and I think she's in her 30s, so she's not feeling too great about herself. And so she says, fine, if you come to this event with me and be my date, like that's fine. And like they're spending more time together, and he's so sweet, and what he's done for her is so sweet. And I love their banter. It's so cute. Like she wakes up after like a super drunken night not remembering what happened, and just like them talking afterwards was like really hilarious, and I think it's so cute so far. So she also has a really cute puppy whose name is Max, and his name is Max, which is also really funny. So I'm really enjoying this. I'm probably gonna read more of this tonight and see how far I get, because like I said, it's reading very quickly and I think it's adorable. So at least I'm loving this one. I don't even remember how many books I've read so far. I've read like 4 or 5 books already for this vlog, so these 2 are definitely gonna be my last. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this one, but this one's definitely gonna be my last one. I've been planning out my Bookmas, Vlogmas videos. I'm gonna try to do a video a day. I have so many ideas, but the question is like when I can actually film and edit these videos. So this video is probably gonna go up in December, because I was also talking about my Hallmark movie and book comparison videos, which I've started posting. I've done 2 already, but the second one's not gonna be posted yet. That video tanked, which I knew it would. It's like my least performing video on my channel, which, like I said, I knew it happened because it's pretty specific and niche, but I was so excited about it that I just wanted to do it anyways. And a lot of people though told me that they weren't watching it yet because it's November, and they're like, I can't get in the Christmas mood until December. So this is probably gonna be one of my first Bookmas videos that goes up, so happy December if you're watching this. But I also will definitely have a Christmas romance recommendation video. I don't know if it'll go up in November or just the beginning of December, maybe a couple days after this one, maybe, we'll see. But yes, give me all the Christmas stuff. I want Christmas now. Like, it is the 17th that I'm filming this, but I've been wanting Christmas since November started. But it's okay. I know not everybody's like me and they want Christmas after Thanksgiving, so it's okay. It's fine. But I'm gonna read more. And oh, Fated Mates had an episode with Beverly Jenkins all about her journey being a historical romance author, so I'm really excited to listen to that at some point. But I'm gonna read this now and cuddle with my pups. This like barely fits between my books on my cart right here in the corner. I'm gonna make it work. So it's Friday and I have some stuff to show you. So I did read more of Duke Actually. It's really slow going. It's friends to lovers, and not all of it's at Christmas. So we're already like in the summer, and they just like text a lot, and she wants to move on from her ex-husband who she's still trying to get a divorce from, but she texts Max a lot, and I really like it. But like, I'm almost 200 pages in and we're getting around to like the next holiday season, and I'm just like, but where's the Christmas? I really liked the Christmas in the beginning and I didn't love. I was like, why are we in July? Like, I don't want this. I want a Christmas romance. So it's weird that like this takes place like over a long period of time and we get other seasons, because the front cover screams Christmas. So it is really cute though. Max really wants to have like a job and have a purpose, even though he's like next in line to be a duke, so he doesn't really have a job, and he's trying to find that purpose in his life, and she's just trying to overcome her relationship and find someone new, and it's fun. But I did get some romances from eBay. Someone posted this on Instagram for their historical romance readathon TBR, and I was like, that has my favorite authors in it. I mean, at least 2, and I need it. So I did end up getting this one, which is Lisa Kleypas and Lorraine Heath, and those are 2 I cared about, but also has Megan Frampton and Vivian Lorette, so it's a Christmas to remember, so I got it. And this place had buy 2 get 1 free, so I went through and looked at what they had. They had a Mary Blog book, and this one is A Christmas Promise, and it's so cute, and it's pretty short, so I'm excited to read this. And then I also got Lisa Kleypas, A Wallflower Christmas, and I didn't know this one has a step back, which is exciting. And this one's really short, so I'm probably gonna read this month sometime. And then I did end up getting a paperback of A Night Like This. I really wanted to collect the first editions, which have like the raised text, but this one I'm gonna have to get like glue or something, because it came off, but like everything else about it it is completely fine. So I want to glue the binding back on to the spine. But this is the first edition. If you buy them now off of Amazon, they don't have the raised text and they're like floppier, but I liked the first editions, and so I love the series, so I want to collect more of it. So I did get those from eBay, and then I did get a sweatshirt for Christmas because I can wear it to school, I can wear it to work, and so I was like, it's fine, I can buy it because I'm gonna wear it to work every year. So that's why I got it. So it's supposed to be a sweatshirt, but it feels just more like a thick long sleeve t-shirt, and it says, I just want to drink hot chocolate and watch Christmas movies. And I really like the fun font they have and this cute little mug, and so I got a large because they said to size up, but I'm really glad I got a large because doesn't feel like too big, and I'm gonna wear that to school. Maybe I'll wear it Monday back from Thanksgiving break when it's finally okay to celebrate Christmas, because they're all mad that I already have my Christmas decorations up, but it's fine. I'm really excited for this. So, and because literally all I want to do is sit and drink hot chocolate and watch Christmas movies. I have like those syrup things, like those flavored syrup that people put in like drinks, like coffee, or I know that Crystal uses it to put in her Diet Coke, I'm pretty sure, but I have the s'mores and the salted caramel, and we put those in our hot chocolate, and it is amazing. I love using it so much more than I used to try to use coffee creamer in my hot chocolate, but now I just use those syrups and it's amazing. So I'll probably have some hot chocolate tonight because hot chocolate's the best with milk. I love milk. I know people are weird about milk, but I love milk. So I do need to watch the new episode of Great British Baking Show with my sister. I did watch Survivor yesterday, and I also listened to the Beverly Jenkins podcast on Fated Mates. They're doing like a Trailblazer series, and I listened to the Beverly Jenkins episode, and it was really fun. So, and I started a new knitting project as well, and I listened to an entire new Lorraine Heath book yesterday. I move on from listening to holiday audiobooks, but I still want to finish this, and I did start a Boyfriends of Christmas Past for my Hallmark movie video, so I'll probably save my thoughts on that for that one. I think I'm just gonna skip a Christmas Train one because that's gonna be such a boring video, because I'm just gonna talk about the movie, and I didn't love the movie, and I DNF'd the book, so I'm not gonna do that one. But I just had to finish this book, Boyfriends of Christmas Past, so that I can do my comparison video, and I'll film that this week. But I have a new one going up on Sunday, so yeah. I've been talking too much, but I'll probably update you maybe once or twice more for this reading vlog. And yeah, it's the weekend though, so I'm super excited. Ohio State plays Michigan State, so I'm going to my parents' house tomorrow, and probably watching another Christmas movie on Sunday, because that's all I want to watch, and drink hot chocolate. Alright guys, I'm here to close out this vlog. I finally finished my last book. I did get a new sweatshirt. I showed it in my Christmas romance recommendation video, but I don't know what order any of these videos are going up, so I'll show you guys. I did get Baby It's Too Cold Outside, so I'm going to stay inside and read a book with some cute little mittens. This is Hello Lovely's winter launch. I will link them down below. My code is PEACE15, 15% off anything. I love Hello Lovely so much. I own so much of their stuff and highly recommend it, but I haven't taken this sweatshirt off once I got it, so I love it. But I did finally finish Duke actually, and I'm giving this one 3 stars. The beginning was really cute, but then like I said, most of it takes place not in winter. So we have the beginning chunk takes place in winter, then we have a whole year go by, and then we have this wedding in winter, so it didn't really feel like Christmas. So I don't love that it's marketed as like this Christmas romance when it doesn't super feel like a Christmas romance. And it takes place at this wedding of her best friend and his ex, kind of like he was betrothed to her but didn't want to marry her. That's book 1. This is not marketed as a book 2. This is not marketed as a part of a series, and I feel like if I read that first book I would have enjoyed this so much more, because it is a lot to do with that wedding and the dynamics between Max and who he was supposed to marry, and her best friend, and them getting married, and the political stuff happening because of it. And so I think I needed to read book 1 before this. They don't look anything alike though. They don't look like part of a series, but I should have read that one. So if you're interested in reading this, I definitely recommend reading book 1 before this. I haven't heard the best things about book 1 though, so that's why I haven't really wanted to pick it up yet. I might want to, like I was intrigued when I started reading Christmas romances this year, but then I'm like, do I really want to? Because like a lot of people didn't love it, but read it if you want to read this one. And it's super slow burn. Like, they're best friends and don't do anything with each other, like admit feelings, until 300 pages in, and then she is super annoying. She gets like freaked out about something and runs away, and I'm just like, really? And I just like kind of skim read the last 60 because I was so bored and over this book. So I'm giving it 3 stars. I don't think I'd recommend this as a Christmas romance. I read so much better Christmas books this vlog than this one, so that's why I'm giving it 3 stars. I loved the beginning and I loved their banter and friendship, but the ending in the last half was just like not it for me. So that's why I gave it 3 stars. Pretty disappointed in this one, but I did love her dog. That was super cute, but disappointed in how this ended. So that's my reading vlog. Let me know if you've read any of these or what you'd recommend as Christmas romances that I read next. I would really love your recommendations, and I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and that's all I have. As always, thanks so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.